Now, don't get me wrong. The reason why I'm sticking around, and I'm sure the reason why a lot of it all sticking around, is Gojo fine ass. Like, you ain't got to lie. It's okay. It's okay. Because, bitch, I'm trying to get in that domain expansion too. But come on, you can tell me. You can tell me that you watching for Gojo, ain't you? You watching for Gojo, ain't you? You ain't got to lie. It's okay. It's okay. Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lindsay. If you're returning, my name is still Lindsay. Today's video is just going to be my unpopular anime opinions. I don't know, I needed something to post or to put up, so again, just another more like getting to know me, getting to know my anime tastes, getting to know how I feel about some things. So that's what today's video is going to be. Of course, these are opinions, so they are not true, they are not facts, they are just how I feel. And if you agree with some of them, okay. If you don't agree with some of them, that's also okay. Just there's no need to get all crazy and shit in the comments and all of that stuff. So this is gonna be a safe space where we can just be open and we can just talk about anime and chit chat about how we feel, how we don't feel, and all of that. So that's what today's video is gonna be. So if you're interested, just keep on watching and we can get started. Alright, so my first unpopular anime opinion is not everything has to be isekai. Isekai, however way you say it. I say isekai. But I mean, let's be honest, like I understand that it's like a popular thing right now for anime, but some of these shows just, it's unnecessary for somebody to be taken out of modern time to be sucked into some other world for the sake of food. Like, okay, so I just watched this one called The Eighth Son, Are You Kidding Me? And the way this guy got isekai just made no sense. Like, I'm like, did you die? Did you fall asleep? Did everybody else die because of how you died? Or it just made no fucking sense. Now, I am a fan of isekai. I like fantasy, I think, a little bit more. So there are some shows where you could just like make the tag fantasy and just have it fantasy. Nobody has to go anywhere. We can just have them start off as kids and just watch them grow in this fantasy world. Like, I don't know, but I like both. But there are some times that I'm just like, by the end of a show, I'm just like, why, what? There was just no need for the isekai. So that's my first unpopular opinion. All right, second unpopular anime opinion. Now, I am a fan of a specific type of genre that not everybody's a fan of, and I can understand why some people may not actually like this genre, but I quite enjoy it. So ichi, however you say it, I actually really like that stuff. Like, some of those anime are hilarious. Some of them make sense for the plot, but I'm just like, I don't know. It's not that bad. Now, again, don't get me wrong. I definitely think they exaggerate it too much, and they do it for the sake of just doing it for no fucking reason other than just show some little girls' boobs and shit. I'm just like, okay, that's unnecessary, and it just looks out of place. But there are some shows that I'm just like, it makes sense. Like, there's one called Shinometa, a world of boring where dirty jokes, or a boring world where dirty jokes aren't, whatever. I don't remember the title. It was one of them long ass titles, but to me, the ecchi in that makes sense for the show. Another one is Testament of Sister New Devil. Now, if you haven't seen this one, I actually, again, I like it. Of course, everybody compares it to High School DxD, but High School DxD was one of those ones where they just had ecchi for the sake of ecchi, but I feel like the Testament of Sister New Devil made sense to have the ecchi because there was a succubus in there, and there was, again, light spoilers, but the succubus's curse was what bound people together, whatever, I don't know, but it made sense to have all of that shit in there. The other thing about ecchi that I really like, that they just really do these play on funny adult jokes and just like these, like that awkward moment of puberty and things like that, and teenagers, and they're probably just a little bit more hypersexual, or they just notice a little bit more things and they see it in a sexual type of way. But shows like We Gotta HK, fucking hilarious. Honestly, I think that should be in the category of coming of age type of anime, and that both genders should actually watch it because it's funny and it's appropriate for that type of show. Prison School, yes, if you've never seen Prison School, that is one of my favorite comedies. I mean, that one is very much exaggerated too, like, don't get me wrong, they do a little bit much with that one, but it's still, I would say it's properly placed a little bit. Just a little bit. I mean, they go over the top, but it makes sense for the show. Like, ecchi isn't that bad, and I honestly think more people should really get into it. Like, I mean, of course, you may have to filter through a lot of trash, but some of it is just still nonsensically funny. So I would say give a couple of them a chance or a try. It's not as bad. All right, my third unpopular anime opinion, which at this point, honestly, I don't think it's as unpopular as it used to be. I mean, I'm sure people still got shit to say, or they feel how they feel, but dub animes are actually very, very good. Like, I have seen some shows where I've seen dubbed and subbed, and I do watch dub and sub, but I mean, if there's a dub of a show, I'm gonna watch that one over the sub. Now, if the sub is just available first, and like Demon Slayer, I couldn't wait on that one. I watched that one subbed and then went back, like, I think this year, and finally watched it dubbed, and I think it was still pretty good. Like, now there are some that don't sound that good to me, like bits and pieces of when they dub it, but overall I feel like dubs are very good. And honestly, I don't even know if this is like one of those long-winded conversations to have. Like, honestly, if we talked about a show and we were just having a conversation, you wouldn't know whether I watched it dubbed or subbed. So the plot is still there, so I don't think it really matters. And people who feel like they got shit to say about that, like, for what? Because now that we starting to get these the donghwas and the Korean anime, y'all gonna be saying, oh, this sounds funny. But when people didn't want to watch Japanese subs, when they were saying this sounded funny, y'all had all the stuff to say, well, it's more authentic. But now y'all gotta get introduced to a new language, y'all all of a sudden, oh, this is weird. Y'all, I bet y'all would want it dubbed in Japanese just so you could watch it in English subs. Like, I'm getting very ranty, but English dubs are fine. English dubs are good. Subs are fine. Subs are good. Watch what you want to watch. Enjoy what you want to enjoy. It ain't gotta be this whole, oh, because I gotta work and I gotta multitask. No, if you just like dubs, you like dubs. And again, if we're having a conversation, you're not gonna know which one I watch. So let's just squash that and let's just enjoy anime. Okay, unpopular opinion number 4. Can we get more people to watch Slice of Life, please? Like, Slice of Life actually isn't that bad. Like, I can understand that people don't want to watch, like, the monotony of it all and just the day-to-day, but if you really think about it, isn't every anime basically just like a little snapshot of somebody's life that we just happen to watch? You know, like that little slice of their life that we just happen to be watching and peeking in on, whether it's action or it's fantasy or it's romance. Like, I mean, okay, I'm definitely, it's a stretch, but just think about it. I'm just saying. But to the specific genre, I highly suggest watching more Slice of Life. They're so cute. A lot of them definitely have some depth to them. Some of them are just very funny. Like, makes you just feel good. Like, there's one that every single year I rewatch it, and it lights my soul up. Like, it's just so cute. And it's Gaku and Babysitters. If you've never seen it, highly recommend. Like, It's just the cutest thing ever. And I just feel like people should watch more slice of lives. They're not that bad, I promise. And a lot of them are kind of, well, not a lot of them, but you'll get some slice of lives that are like in a fantasy type of setting. You have some slice of lives, I think, like maybe in space. I think I've seen something like kind of similar. Like, I mean, I wouldn't really call it a slice. It's a little bit of everything, but Astro Lost in Space, you could kind of get a hint of a slice of life in there. But highly recommend if you want something a little more, if you just need to like calm yourself down and you just need to be mellow, highly recommend Tana Cocoon is Always Listless. It's just like super chill, but it's still funny. That's the other thing too. Like if you like comedy and you just want a nice little laugh, but something that's just relaxing, that you don't have to like put too much into it, like that one is such a really good one and just super chill. Like now you definitely got to be in the mood to watch Tana Cocoon is Always Listless because it's very, very lethargic. So you may be super chill by the end of it, but I definitely recommend some slice of life. But yes, like if you just need something somewhere to start off with of some slice of lives, there you go. There's a list. Go ahead, watch at least one, and you can come from me if you still don't like slice of life. But of course, I mean, you ain't got to, but I'm just saying, I think you should give them a chance and give them a try. Yeah? Okay. All right. Now this was the one that made me want to do this video, but also the one that I gotta make sure and reiterate that these are just my opinions. There's no need to get all crazy in the comments again. There's no need, oh, you gotta read the manga. I don't need any of that because I'm not going to read that manga. But my opinion just based off the anime alone. Jujutsu Kaisen seems just like every other fucking shonen. Like when I watched it, halfway through I was like, what's even this show about? Like I know what it's about, but I'm just like, I felt like I just literally watched shonen like the whole way through. Like as I just kept watching every episode. Like now when I watched it, I definitely binged it, which probably didn't help or did help, but the whole time all I just kept seeing is shonen, 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 shonen. Like each episode just screamed shonen. Like of course I know that that's the genre, but it just didn't really stand out that much. Other than, I mean, now don't get me wrong, the reason why I'm sticking around, and I'm sure the reason why a lot of it all sticking around, is Gojo fine ass. Like you ain't got to lie. It's okay. It's okay. Because bitch, I'm trying to get in that domain expansion too. But, and I mean, the animation is very, very nice too. I have dope ass animation, but come on, you can tell me. You can tell me that you watching for Gojo, ain't you? You watching for Gojo, ain't you? You ain't got to lie. It's okay. It's okay. You can say that Jujutsu Kaisen is just kind of like, it's just shonen. Like that's how I feel about Jujutsu Kaisen. It's like, well, it's just shonen. I mean, also I don't hate shonen. I feel like you know what I'm saying. Like if you watched it and you feel whatever how you feel, like you can't tell me that just don't scream shonen. Like yeah. But like I said, I'm still watch it. Don't let me front here. Don't let me sit here and play myself and play y'all and act like, oh, she just talking shit. She don't even watch it. No, I watched it and I will continue to watch it. But it just seems like every other fucking shonen. All right, unpopular opinion number 6. Now, I'm not sure if this is really an opinion or an observation, but is it just me or does Funimation's like sorting of the genre just seem kind of weird? Like I don't know, because sometimes I'm just trying to watch something based off of a genre, like whatever I'm in the mood in. Like if I want to watch something romantic or something with comedy or whatever, like I'll just go straight to the genre to find like whether it's something that I want to watch that's new or something that I've seen before. But I don't know, like is it just me or do they kind of suck at how they sort of like half of the shit ain't even in a genre? Like But the other crazy thing is like some of them are under like 5 different ones, but yet some of them just aren't under anything. Okay, like, okay. This is where I get a little ranty, but why the fuck does shoujo just not have more under their classification? Like, I don't understand. There are some shows that are under like drama and comedy, but I'm like, but isn't this also shoujo, or isn't this also romance? Like, half of the shonen is under like at least 2 or 3 tags, and I'm just like, why can't y'all do the same over here? And then some are just misplaced. Like, I'm rewatching Chrono Crusade, and for some reason it's under the fan service genre, and I'm just like, where where is the fan service? Because imagine if I was a newcomer and I was coming in because I just heard me a little while ago saying how I should watch more ecchi, and I'm over here and I see, oh, Chrono Crusade, and I go in there and watch it. I'm just like, where the titties at? Like, like, it can't just be me. It can't just be me who notices that that is just, it's just a little off. Like, now this is more so hopefully some criticism. I'm not sure if Funimation ever gonna watch this video, but if they do, well, granted, they about to do that merger with Crunchyroll, so I don't think it really gonna matter. Crunchyroll is a little bit better, and they have like their little fun ones, so I guess it really don't matter. The one thing that do matter though is that they keep my queues together, because I ain't got time to be adding shit back to a watch list off of 2 different platforms that's going into one. So that would be my other gripe. But yes, like, it can't just be me. I know it's not just me. It can't just be me. Y'all notice it, right? Right? Alright, speaking of genres, this is gonna flip into the demographics, but again, more of an observation than an opinion. But why is there not enough under josei? Josei? I say josei. Like, again, it can't just be me who notices that josei just for whatever reason doesn't have like a long list of things. And now, don't get me wrong, I can understand that some of it comes from Japan's side of the publications and who publishes it, and whoever publishes the manga can probably have a play or maybe more of a say of how the anime gets classified and kind of sorted, and even how they just do things and how they characterize things. But I don't know, like, if you go on my anime list, like, it's literally the lowest count of anime under there, and I'm just like, how the fuck do you have Avant-Garde? Avant-Garde has 548 and josei has 99. Make it make sense, please. Even Boys Love got 146 and josei got 99. Like again, now I understand, like, anybody at any age in any gender can watch what they want to watch, but I don't know, it just kind of, in my opinion, it just kind of gives this idea that as girls get older and get into their more adulthood, that for whatever reason they fall off of anime, and so they just don't, there's just not enough stuff for you guys. And so I don't know, like, it just kind of gives me off that impression. Like, I know I'm sure it's not intentional, but I don't know, like, it just gives me those vibes, and I'm just like, I feel like there are a lot of shows that could be classified as josei, and I'm just like, why isn't there just more under there? Like, I just feel like whenever it comes to genres and classifications, and maybe you go to search things up, and for whatever reason, things that are targeted or geared towards women or girls, it's like left on the back burner or something. Now, I definitely think, like, as the years are progressing, we're getting to see a little bit more, but I'm also seeing more things be classified as, what is it, seinen? Like, why is Kaguya Love is War considered seinen? Like, I don't understand. Like, if you wanted to make it an older audience, why wouldn't you just call it josei? Like, if you didn't want to call it shoujo, why not just call it josei? But they decided to call it seinen. again, however way you say it. I'm probably saying it wrong, and that's okay. But like, now it's not necessarily a deal breaker, but again, imagine somebody that's not that well versed in anime. They want to get into something that they think that they would actually enjoy, or something that maybe relates a little bit to them, and so they go to these classifications or genres to start off with, and then they're just like, oh, there's like nothing here, there's not that much. Like, I mean, there's of course there are things there, but it's not really a lot to choose from, and half of it is just multiple seasons split up. Like, so it's probably less than 99. They just split up the seasons and just spread it out, and I'm just like, I definitely feel like there are a lot more shows that are geared towards older women, even if it is a male lead, and even if there's like things like strategy and psychological and mind games and things like that. Like, I feel like an older woman or a girl would like those things. So I'm just like, it's just an observation that I've had for a while. I've had conversations, me and my little sister, we talk about anime a lot, and this was a conversation that we had, and it's like, again, it pushes this, to me, again, my opinion, it just gives off, again, this narrative that it's for boys. And then that's why I think sometimes you get young boys or whatever thinking that, oh, women aren't really into anime, they're just using this for clout or whatever. I was like, no. And I mean, just because this is what gets pushed the most, again, not as if girls don't like action. Like, I don't know where people get these things from, but we just don't have a variety. We don't have a plethora to choose from. So it's just like, even if you wanted to watch things that were more on that side, nothing is classified as it. And there are shows that I'm just like, I've watched them and I'm just like, why don't you just call it this? Like, if it don't matter, then just call it that. Like, I know it's not just me, and it's not me trying to be really ranty. Again, it's an observation, and somebody else got to see it, right? All right. Unpopular opinion number 8. So I am a very passionate person, if you couldn't tell with some of those where I was kind of getting a little ranty. Wasn't trying to, but I can get a little passionate. So again, opinions. And you know, anybody and everybody can watch anime for whatever reasons. I definitely believe more people should watch anime, even if it's not just for the art form, but for the storytelling that's involved in anime, and just how all of these things kind of combine together to create a new like medium or a form of entertainment. My unpopular opinion is that people who pretend that anime doesn't have depth and complexities, to me, I don't think they're really watching anime. Like, you can't tell me that these shows aren't tackling real life issues, different scenarios and different things like that parallel what happens in our world to the storytelling that's happening in these shows. Like, I feel like it does such a disservice to an anime when you having conversations like, oh, you're reaching by saying that this is what they're trying to do. I was like, are you not watching it? Like, it's more than some anime titties and some fights. Like, it's more than just those fight scenes. Like, again, everybody can watch anime for whatever reason they want to watch anime, but I truly believe you are doing such a disservice to this form of entertainment, this form of media, this form of art, if you don't look at it through a lens of complexities, through the spectrum of the storytelling. Like, it does so much. There are so many levels. There's so much when it comes to like personalities, when it comes to just hardships, growth, the development, how people change. Like, anime does all of that. And to sit there and tell somebody, oh, you're reaching, oh, this isn't what they're doing, oh, this isn't about that, this isn't about this, like, I don't know if you saw what I just saw, but I definitely saw all of that in that show that I just watched, in those 12 little episodes, in those 26 episodes, in that 1,000 episodes, like, and then to go back and turn and take yourself back into the real world and forget all that shit that you just learned from the anime and how you treat people. Like, Naruto wouldn't do that. Like, I don't know. Like, again, this is more of an observation, and I mean, again, an opinion, but I mean, I absolutely love anime. Anime has definitely taught me many different lessons. It has definitely grown my perspective on how I see the world. Sometimes it has turned me a little bit morally gray on some situations. Like, everything isn't as black and white as things may seem, and anime has such a very compelling way of telling that and showing that, and sometimes showing the other side of something, and kind of like a guide point of how things get to a specific point, and sometimes how things could be different if maybe one thing was just a little bit different, how the outcome could change drastically, especially when you do look at the parallels to what happens in our world versus the world that they create that still kind of mirrors that. So I don't know, like, not to get super deep, which I mean, it's deep, but of course still enjoy anime for anime. There are definitely some shows that are just meant to be something that just gets you to laugh, something that just lights your spirit, something that's just hysterical, something that makes you fall in love or believe in love again. Because girl, love looking like a distant thing right now. Love is looking like it's only and solely 2D for me, or for, I'm sure, some of y'all, but I'm just saying, it's still cute, and it's just an amazing thing. And again, we need more people watching anime. So sometimes if you tell somebody, if you just try to be like, oh yeah, you want to see this show that's really psychological, and like the main character, you don't know if he's a villain or if he's like the hero, and like you're just sitting there like this psychological mind games, like, imagine somebody who ain't never watched anime and you try to describe something in that way, and then you just show them, bam, like, oh shit, that's what y'all talking about? So it's not just Dragon Ball, it's not just hentai. Like, you would think the way how the outside world sees anime is it's either hentai or Dragon Ball or Pokemon, and I'm just like, you are missing a whole ass world in between. Like, it is way past that. Like, so yes, definitely enjoy anime for the medium that it is, for the art that it is, for the storytelling it is, for the colors that it is, and all of that. But definitely still, sometimes I think to just really pay attention to what's happening, pay attention to the scenarios, pay attention to the different characters and how they move through the world and things like that. So yes. All right, so those are my unpopular anime opinions. Let me know, do you agree with some of them? Do you disagree with some of them? I definitely am open to discussion. I love talking about anime. I wish I had more people to talk about anime with, so that's why I did this video. So let's get some conversations going. Again, tell me some of your unpopular anime opinions. Like, I definitely have more. I am very opinionated, and I can get very ranty sometimes. Well, passionate sometimes. So if you guys want to see your part 2, definitely let me know in the comments down below. So, and I can do this again, and maybe I can share some of your unpopular opinions, or maybe like react to some of your unpopular opinions. So again, definitely let me know in the comments down below. If you like the video, of course you can give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in coming back to this mess that is my channel, I know I say that all the time, you can definitely subscribe, but you're definitely not obligated to. I tell people to turn the notifications on because I don't know when I'm gonna post, but this will help you know a little bit better when it happens. So you can definitely turn on the bell notifications if you are interested. You can also follow me on Instagram, same name, Okami Lynn. I also am trying to do better at posting there, but it's a hit and miss. It's a little bit more fashion stuff over there, and sometimes I post like what I'm currently watching or talking about or laughing at what I'm watching currently, which is anime. So yeah. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and definitely hope to see you back soon. All right, bye. That works for me. All right, it's time for pizza. And looking back at this, so yay!